content forever. Okay? So once again, my name is David Addario, and welcome to Bigger, Better, Faster, Stronger's first ever webinar. This webinar, we're going to talk about mapping out your best year moving forward. Okay? So the current date just happens to be, now I picked these dates months ago. You want to talk about alignment, okay? It happens to be the biggest full moon of the decade, okay? There happens to be a machine going. My next door neighbor who's been trying to, not next door neighbor, at my office decided that after 10 years, this was gonna, or 50 years the house has been there, but 10 years of planning it, that this was the day that he was gonna have a machine come in and rip his house down, okay? So the obstacles are always gonna come, okay? You have to have the strength to endure, and we'll get into that as we dig in, okay? So we've gone over everyone that's with us, okay? And everyone that's entering, I hope that you guys we will send you a recording of this. So David Addario, and I'm here to serve you at the highest level, okay? I say that all the time. I'm probably gonna say it 5 more times before this is over, because that's what I do. I serve the people who take care of my trash. I serve the people who take care of the custodial duties. When I go to an amusement park, I say thank you, I really appreciate you, because that is the way to achieve massive success, okay? The days of the arrogance and the I'm king and this and that, those are gone, okay? The servants of this world run this world and will take over those positions as time goes on, okay? So David Addario, and I'm here to serve you at the highest level, okay? So I'm a father of 5. I'm the largest, I own the largest scrap metal service business in the country from my home office. Bigger, Better, Faster, Stronger is for business owners and motivated individuals to help them gain freedom, wealth, and quality of life. We have the tools to back it up as well, okay? Why are we here? We are here to give you the first part of the Bigger, Better, Faster, Stronger mapped out best year of your life. The objective is to give you the Bigger, Better, Faster, Stronger tools to help you achieve freedom and define your success, define your definition of success and fulfillment. So how did I arrive here? We all have wounds, okay? Let me explain my biggest wound in my business career and in my life, okay? Everything changed after this. I'm 27 years old. I own a bunch of businesses. I don't see my kids, I'm working 18-hour days. I know people talk about working a lot, but like 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm up. I'm at my first business at 5. I'm at the second business at 6. I'm at the third at 7. And I'm just humming. That's it. And then I had to make sure that I made it to my last business by 5:30 every night, no matter what. That happened to be about an hour and a half away from my house. I did that for 2 years. In fact, I'm 27. I did that since I was 21. Okay, I had 3 kids at the time, and then currently, the situation that I'm talking to you about, I had my 4th child in December of that year. So now February comes around, I wake up one morning, and my wife says, "You're never gonna believe Dominic is 14 pounds." And I'm like, "What do you mean Dominic's 14 pounds? Last time I seen him, he was 7 pounds." Says I hadn't seen him in a few months. And that was it. Boom. This little boy doubled in size. And the only thing that I was worried about was making sure that he had toys and this and that. No quality of life. My quality of life at that time was at a 0. Now, the world would have thought, and some people that I know in working business today would think that that's amazing because, you know, you stuff in your bank account, you growing, you this, you that. No, absolutely not. The biggest turning point in my life was when my son doubled in size and I hadn't seen him other than a kiss in the morning and a kiss at night. That's it. Okay. Since then, I've done umpteen amounts of training, read more books than I have 100 times fold, okay? And I was a bad person then because I could do anything I wanted, right? Because, you know, what did I talk about earlier about the arrogant guy? The arrogant guy who's just out there making money all the time, he can do whatever he wants, right? Because this is his world, we just live in it, okay? When you adopt a servant's mentality, that's when the world gives back to you and not just riches, okay? So that's it. That was the day that I decided that no matter what, I was going to chase life freedom, not change my income basis, okay? At the time, I had to take a dramatic hit to come back and learn all these new tools. So through that all, 7 years later, I've created, I'm back up to 3 businesses that run themselves, okay? And I have the time freedom. I decide my time, okay? Do I have clients that call? And yes, absolutely, no problem. But for the most part, okay, I am available for my family and to live a life that I choose. And I want that for you. And I want that for everyone in the world. And I've spent so many hours putting these systems down on Google Docs and down on my website and putting it together to have so this is the culmination point for me, okay? Now, success is progress, and that's where we're at right now, okay? I always knew that I would be sitting here talking to you because I was going to do anything it took to now share what these amazing systems have done for me, my family, my team's family, and anyone else that we touch, okay? So let's jump right in, okay? You're going to need a notebook. Notepad, note something. If you're driving, don't worry about it. I'm going to send you a copy of it, and you can resurface back, okay? The key is to absorb the content now, okay? And then you can you'll have the equipment, you'll have this to get back to it later, okay? So the first topic we're going to go over is clarity, okay? You have to know where you want to go in order to get there, okay? So I want you to write on that page right now, clarity, just the word, okay? And what we're going to do now in this brief little clarity exercise is we are going to put down on paper what the end of 2020 looks like for you. Not January. What does December 2020 look like for you? Okay? Take a moment. Okay? I'll give you some examples. What does your home look like? Did you finally get that addition put on? Okay? Did you get your wife a new car? Okay? What's your income? Write it down. Don't be shy. Only you can see this, guys. Okay? This is for you. This exercise is for you and you only. Okay? And one of the most important parts of success in achieving life, freedom, is honesty. You have to 100% be honest with the person in that mirror. If you can't be honest with yourself, then get off of this webinar right now, okay? You're wasting your time, and I don't want to waste your time, okay? I'm here to provide my service at the highest level, and I don't want to do that, okay? So if you can't honestly say that you can look yourself in the eyes, straight into that mirror, and be wholeheartedly honest with at least that person, okay? Then you got to go. That's it, okay? So clarity. What does the end of 2020 look like for you? Okay, we're doing the exercise now. Okay, write down how much you make, what your freedom look like. Where did you visit? Where did you vacation? Okay. So to achieve this amazing amount of success that you've now thrusted yourself into because you went to December now, okay? So now you have clarity on where you want to be at the end of next year. Now you have to get the alignment, okay? Now you have to do the math, okay? So how many more clients do you need to make it to that income? How many more clients do you need to make it to that business, okay? What does your income look like? Well, you're gonna have to figure out, this is the part that I talked about in the beginning. It requires action. You have to now do the math, okay? So what is it gonna cost to get your wife that new car? You gotta call the credit card company and go do that, okay? Massive action will allow you anything and everything that you want in life. It's up to you to decide. But first, you have to have the clarity as to where you're going. Okay? So, now that we have clarity, now that you've done the math, okay, and obviously I understand you can't do it right this second, okay, but you need to. Take it serious. Now you have to have the accountability, okay? So we have clarity, alignment, and accountability, okay? So, once you have those three, the last one is discipline. Excuse me, Siri just loves that I'm talking right now, so I apologize. Let me grab that real quick. My bad. Siri loves my voice. I thought I shut my phone on airplane mode, but apparently it didn't work. So back to clarity. We have clarity, we have alignment, and we have accountability. Okay, so you have your mapped out 2020. Okay, how you get there is by starting at the end. Okay, that's the only way to get there. You have to start at where you want to go. How can you get anywhere in life if you don't know where you're going? And I warn you to aim massively high, because most entrepreneurs and most people who chase greatness suffer from what Les Brown says is aiming too low and hit it. And I'm a victim of that as well. So, for clarity, alignment, and then accountability, write down at the bottom of this paper, today I discovered clarity to live the life of my dreams. Write it down right now. Today I discovered clarity to live the life of my dreams. Not my dreams, your dreams. Second, mindset. We're going to go through 5 steps to dominate your mindset. Okay? For me, this is the most important one, personally. Okay? First one is belief. Thoughts are things. Okay? What you say will become your reality. Okay? Point at something long enough, and it sure will be right in front of you. It's the law of attraction. And if you don't believe in the law of attraction, perfectly fine. Just point at something long enough. I guarantee with every being in my body, that will be in front of you eventually. Whatever it is you want, thoughts become things. Period. You have to believe in yourself first. Okay? Nobody is going to come knocking on your door and say, hey, man, you're pretty amazing. I think we're just going to put you in this movie. We're going to give you this plumbing company. We're going to give you this job because you just look really good behind that car you can't afford. It's never going to happen. You have to believe first. Okay? What does it say when you get into, when you go through security, right before you're about to take off? If you don't put the mask on yourself first, you cannot help anyone else. Second, vision. The visionary lies to himself. The liar lies to others. I'll say that one more time because I had to say it about 10 times for my dyslexic mind to understand it. The visionary lies to himself. The liar lies to everyone else. You have to have vision, okay? You just mapped out your clarity, okay? You just mapped out the fact of where you're going to be at the end of next year, okay? Now you have to take the vision aspect of it and focus on that goal. Do you have to get up every day and go to work? Yes. I don't care who you are, you have to serve, okay? Turn work into serving, and it tricks your mind to think that you're not working. I don't work. I do not work. I can work for 24 hours a day because I love what I do, and I've created an environment that I can be with my family for the most part. And be around people that I like. And now that I'm 7 years into applying these systems, I enjoy everyone that I work with. And the revolving door has slowed down a lot. And people, we have a hot list of people that want to work for us. And people come up to us all the time and say, hey, thank you guys so much for what you do, okay? Because all of my guys shake a custodian's hand. Everyone on my team talks to everyone and serves at the highest level. And that's what we can teach you here at Bigger, Better, Faster, Stronger. Third, targets. The BBFS system for targets is short-term targets. Now, this needs to be done weekly at minimum. I know everyone says daily, way too unrealistic. Okay, I don't care who told you it. Now, do you need to have your goals down daily? Yes, you do. Okay, but you 100% need to understand that you're setting yourself up to fail because I've tried it many times. You need to have your goals in front of your face. Your targets in front of your face daily, but they need to be adjusted at the latest weekly. Okay, so short-term targets range from day-to-day tasks up to 3 months. That's it. Okay, what are my short-term targets? Make sure my son does the chores that I need him to do. Make sure that I get the work done for that client that needs that proposal for me. Get that. Those are my short-term targets. Get my car fixed because we're going on a long road trip, or those are the things that you need to focus on, okay? This steps right here, this BBFS target system will enable you to actually get to where you want to go at the end of 2020, okay? I promise you, okay? Long-term targets focus on 3 months to 2 years. Does 3 months seem like a long time from now? It's not. I mean, you blink and it'll be here. But when you set the targets up like that, it works. Now, if you have something in 3 months and 2 years from now, every one of those needs to have a counter one in your short-term targets. Because how are you going to arrive there in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, okay? So your BBFS target system is 3 months, short-term targets, day-to-day tasks, what you need to do this weekend, what you need to do before the end of the month, what you need to do before the end of the second month, what you need to do before the end of the third month. At that point, boom, it immediately switches to 3 months to 2 years, and those are your long-term targets, okay? Anything else, you're going to set yourself up to fail, and you're going to set unrealistic expectations for yourself, and you're probably going to quit. Okay? Let's move into number 4. Number 4 is execution. I also put executioner in there, okay? Have you ever heard the saying, it's just business? We all have. Execution is what you're going to actually do to get the day-to-day tasks completed. And then going back to what I originally said about, have you ever heard it's just business? Guys, you're not going to be, you have to come to the realization that when you're chasing a life of your dreams, you are not going to be able to make everyone happy. It's not going to happen. Remember what we said at the beginning of Mindset. No one's coming knocking on your door. No one helped you get where you were. Now, will people help you along the way? Absolutely. I'm here right now. I don't need to be here. I could be hanging out with my kids. I could be doing this. But I have this need to serve and to share what I learned, because it took me 34 years to even get here in front of you now. Okay? If someone told me this 10, 15 years ago, I would have been light years ahead of where I currently am. And I feel compelled to share the systems that I've put in place to live my life and live an amazing life, and for my team's life and all the people that we touch. Okay? So you will have to be an executioner at some point or another. Okay? I'm not going to sit here and say that this is going to be easy to get where you need to go. Okay? So execution is going to be how you get the job done. And it's not going to be easy. Achieving life freedom, achieving your life goals is not going to be easy. But I'll tell you what, I pinch myself a lot because I can't believe and I know my team says it all the time, and the people that we work with say it all the time. When you're serving at the highest level, there's no better feeling. Okay? So execution is going to be part of where your mindset is going to need to be. 5th one is passion. Passion will get you through the rough times. Okay? I put a video out this morning of me breaking down because the current year that we're in has been tremendously hard. And I can't even, I was like a baby in this video. For the first time in 20 months, we had one specific product that we do that's 40% of our business. It's been down, 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 down. Now all of a sudden, boom, it's up. For the first time in 20 months. So why I'm referring to my business is because if I wasn't passionate about this business, if I didn't have it from my toes in every being in my body, I would have quit a long time ago, because it was hard. It was hard getting on the plane going back to Boston and knowing that it was hard. Okay? This was definitely one of the most trying years of my personal life, and we persevered through it. It's over. It's over. Time to rock and roll. So pick your trade wisely, because when the tough times hit, if you're not passionate about what you do, you will quit. Next, we're going to talk about limiting beliefs. What are your limiting beliefs? They restrict how you see the world. So imagine this for a second, okay? Limiting beliefs. Imagine looking at life through a peephole of a door, okay? We've all looked through a peephole of a door. Imagine you right now, the only thing, maybe this is you right now. It was me years ago, okay? The only thing you can see is what's out of this little hole. Excuse me, no pun intended. This little hole, okay? What can you see? It's You can only see what you allow yourself to see. Limiting beliefs block the rest of the world from you. Okay? When I heard that years ago about the peephole and limiting beliefs, it was for me. Okay? That was me. That was me. It was my way. Don't come to me with any opportunities. Mind your business, this, that. I'm all set. I got this. No problem. Okay? Don't live your life through a peephole. Open the door. Over the next 3 weeks, we're going to give you the tools to map out any life that you want for your life, for your family, for your children, okay? For just yourself if you're single, okay? For free. Only you can put the work in them. We can give you all the tools and resources. So, life through the peephole. Limiting beliefs develop in your childhood. My dad was work. Everything was work. Okay? I cannot tell you the level of work. Everything was work. Okay? Now, I love my dad. He's the hardest worker in the whole wide world. I apologize about the background noise. They're not going to get me to stop. I don't care how loud they get out there. Okay? I thought I had a nice, seclusive property, but apparently every being in the world wants to stop you from living the best life and you being able to get to the next level. But I'll tell you what, if lightning struck this building right now, I would still be talking, because that's how passionate I am about you and me and my team and your kids, okay? That's what it's all about. So, your limiting beliefs develop in childhood. I need a new piece of paper. Everybody grab a new piece of paper right now, okay? We have a very, very brief exercise, okay? So let me pull up my screen. I'm gonna give you guys a minute to do this, and then I'm gonna grab some water because I am thirsty. Let me adjust this real quick. Perfect. I'm glad I had security here, so we just sent them out there to kill that machine. Thank you. All right, we got water. So, we're back. Now that you have this paper, right on the top of the paper, I want you to write limiting beliefs. I guess you may have already figured that out. Okay? On this paper, we are going to write any and all limiting belief that you have. You don't think you deserve to make that much money. You don't think you deserve to have a house that big. You don't think you deserve to have a marriage that nice. You don't think you deserve to be able to loan people money and help people out, okay? Write them down right now, okay? Take 2 minutes. Do not be shy with yourself, okay? Nobody is watching this right now. Nobody is next to you. If there is somebody next to you, mind your business. They're on their own, okay? Write down any belief that is currently limiting you from getting to that point of clarity that we talked about in the beginning, okay? Money that you make next year, the house that you want, that dream car that you've always wanted, okay? That friend of yours that you'd love to get them that thing. I mean, this is real. I mean, there's no better feeling than giving. But if you don't apply steps and work on workshops like this, well, I mean, you really can't help too many people, can you? Okay, so I'm going to give you another minute. I just got to get onto a different screen right now, and I want all of these written down. Take your time writing your limiting beliefs down. This is going to give you the life of your dreams. All right, who else? We good here? Right. Okay, so now that you have these limiting beliefs written down, I want you to take a look at this paper, right? I want you to think to yourself, how long have these beliefs protected you? How long did they shelter you from the life of your dreams? How many times did they save you from getting burned? Think about it. Years ago, these beliefs meant a lot to you. You put these walls up in place simply because you needed them at the time. Okay? Today is the day that you're going to let these limiting beliefs go. Right now. Okay? So, without further ado, I want you to rip that paper up right now. Okay? Shred it into pieces. If you're sitting down, jump. If you're in your car, give me a honk your horn. Okay? Do something. Give me something crazy. Okay? Right now, because you have just released yourself of the worst possible things that have been holding you back, that will hold you back from getting to that life of your dreams. Okay? I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you and your family. Let's dig into the last one. Okay? Strength. Not these, although they help. I'm talking about the strength right here. Okay? See, this beats everything. Okay? Hard work beats talent every single time. Okay? Look at Tom Brady, 199th pick. Every Thursday in college, he's sitting in the prep room with the psychologist getting his mindset right, because that's what they did at Michigan State, to get prepared for the game. He was the fourth string quarterback. You want to talk about strength? You want to talk about mindset? This kid was preparing for greatness. He never even got a shot until Drew Bledsoe went down 20 years ago. But he was always prepared. He always had the mindset of greatness, and he had the strength to endure being recruited from high school to Michigan State and then only being a backup. Okay? I don't know exactly what the numbers are, but he didn't play one entire full season for when he went to Michigan. And somehow, some way, he made it through 6 days later at the NFL draft, the 199th pick of the draft, and he will trump Michael Jordan, all-time greatest athlete. Okay? That's some serious strength. Okay? That's the level of passion. That's how much you have to be in love with your trade. Okay? We have a mutual friend, and I was told that he doesn't drink, he's a vegetarian, and any and every being of his body, his time, and this and that is football. That's it. Football, family, that's it. Okay? That's the level of commitment you have to achieve greatness. Okay? Strength. You feel shameful for where you are right now? You feel not worthy of even writing those clarity messages down at the beginning? No. You got to have the strength to push through to the life of your dreams. You have to have the strength to just say, I don't give a shit what comes up against me. Tell me who tells me who's worth. I have family that tell me I'm not worthy of this or that on a regular basis, okay? And not on a regular basis because they've been cut, but I mean, they are family, and like I said, I serve at the highest level. So if you have my bloodline, you're safe, but it's going to come from every angles, okay? Maybe it's your wife. Maybe it's your kid with that one-liner. Maybe it's your boss who sees you coming for his position, because corporate America is like that, okay? You are worthy. You just have to have the strength to endure whatever obstacle, whatever machine is out there, okay? Whether lightning strikes this house. No matter what is going on outside, nothing will stop me. And when you adopt that mentality, you will have the life of your dreams as well. Do you see a leader in you? I do. There's a leader in every person. Every person in this world has a book, okay? Every single person in this world has a book. I don't know how I'm on airplane mode and it just keeps going. I don't know how it does it. My apologies once again. So, getting back to my notes. Become your biggest fan. Only you can be your biggest fan. Okay? Now, will you gain some fans along the way? Absolutely. Okay? But it's up to you first. Okay? True strength is getting back up. We just talked about that. Okay? There is nothing special about me. There's nothing special about anyone on my team. We are not gifted by any by any stretch of the means. We are driven forces. And no matter the obstacle, we will achieve the goal. So I'm going to ask you a question, right? So you've spent some time now. Hey, let's take a peek at the time, okay? What do we got here for time? We got 42 minutes. We've only been going for maybe 10, okay? What is going to be the cost of inaction? What is the cost to not apply these steps? What are you going to feel like at the end of next year if you wrote these down and you did and just let it go, or you didn't write them down because you didn't like my shirt, or there was some noise in the background or whatever? Okay, I'm going to keep going. Okay, my team's going to keep going. We can't control what you do. We can help you get to where you want to go, but you have to think of to yourself before I close, what is the cost of inaction here? Okay. Those are my topics. And now we are going to open it up for some questions. So without further ado, if you have any questions, all right, let me read through these comments now. All right, here, I apologize if I have to squint a little bit. My wife tells me I don't have an eyesight problem, but I think I may. All right, so Steve is here and ready. Ready, Mike Sorrentino. Gratitude opens doors, 100%. I wish I learned that a long time ago. Steve, Scott, animal instinct. I love it. Boom, boom. I'm horrible on these steps. We all are, Steve. It's about consistency in the right direction. Okay? My heart is weak. My business is strong. Okay. Steve said, my heart is weak, my business is strong. Okay. So you have to adopt the mentality that I have. Okay. You have to literally wake up every morning for everyone else. I wake up to serve. When you have to adopt the servant's mentality 100 with every being in your body. When you get up in the morning, it's no longer for you. Now, you have to choose the clarity and have the discipline to in the execution, okay, to get the job done. But you need to shift your why, and I know what your why is already because I know you on a personal level. Your why needs to officially shift when you wake up in the morning to it's for someone else. It's for my kids, okay? And I know that it already is, but you need to make that your end all be all, because if you're doing it for them, that heart will strengthen right up, okay? Any other questions? I was raised to care, but I need to shift to a thicker mindset. Absolutely, we all do, okay? And I'm not telling you not to care, okay? Maybe you care too much. I mean, I know tons of people that give of themselves more than they give to themselves, okay? Steve, this is about you and your family, okay? I would never sit here and want you to do anything for me, okay? I have a friend, he's supposed to send me something. I can't let him send it to me because I have packages sent on the regular basis because he has a large family and I worry about his finances, okay? It's something so stupid as, a few bucks, okay? But that person, when they're with me, they apply nothing, okay? And not because they can't afford it or can't not afford it. It's I remember where he was when, I remember where I was when I had a very small young family, and it's not easy. I don't care how wealthy you are or aren't, okay? Who else? What else do we got there? Okay. Who's going to dominate next year? Can I get a boom in there? Karen, how we doing? You snuck in there, you. Mike Sorrentino, boom. Danielle, boom. Love you. Blake, how we doing, buddy? If anyone has a question that wants to come on, just say, I have a question, and I can unmute you, and we can interact for a few here. Okay, so Karen with a boom. Do you have a UPS address? But I'd love to send something for a big thank you. You can't send it. I'll make you deliver it, brother. I'll come get it myself. So if you have any questions right now, go into the chat box and say question, whatever it is, and I will 100% unmute your phone, unmute you, and you can be live. There he is, Steve. All right. Where is he? Where is he? Let me find you, Steve. And Steve is unmute. Steve, you are with us. What's cooking, buddy?
Can you hear me, Dave? Can you hear me?
Hang on, I can't hear you. Let me try one thing. Internal, Steve.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Can we hear Steve? I can't. You can hear him. All right, so hang on. It's got to be my internal speakers. Hang on 1 second for me. Internal speakers. I can hear him. Danielle can hear him. Sound preferences. Maybe it's because I have a Bluetooth on or something. Give me 1 second here. Boom, 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 boom.
Testing. Testing. Can you hear me?
Bluetooth on this. Give me 1 second. I told you I was a virgin at this at the beginning. All right, so.
Testing.
Move. No, I don't want to move. I just want to disconnect. Bluetooth off. Oh, I hear you.
Testing.
There we go, Steve.
Testing. Testing. Can you hear me?
Now I should be able to hear Steve.
Can you hear me, Dave?
Hang on. Why won't it let me hear Steve? Oop. Let me see. It's got to be something with this. Mute. Am I unmuted?
Can you hear me?
1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Exit full screen. And chat. More. Chat. Allow, record, rename, ask to start. Chat. Steve, can I hear you now, Steve? No?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Mute. Oh, unmute. Oh.
DJ, you want two bacon noodles?
Oh, I can hear Danielle.
Okay, mute all.
What?
Give me 1 second.
Get out! Sorry, I don't know why you can hear me. Let me mute
I
you.
can hear you. I can hear Steve too on my
Okay,
phone,
hang
but
on.
I can't hear him in the.
Hang on. Well, I want him on this with me. Give me 1 second. I will find it. Please. Set microphone, set speaker. Oh, there you go. I figured it out. You have to set it on the app. Steve, I'm more than positive I can hear you now. Steve.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Boom. All right. My apologies. Internal problem, but we're good. All right, Steve, go.
Okay. Let me ask you a question, David, to a lot of people here. Such a tough guy you are and a great father you are, and I knew you were a workaholic. Do you journal?
Every
Do you
day.
keep a journal?
Every day. I have a journal for dating. My journaling days go back to my language arts teacher in high school.
Is a journal private or like a diary private? You know, there's two ways people have
So,
a diary for
in
privacy.
high school, I wrote about my events, like my day-to-day activities, which is pretty crazy if you go look back and read it. And I actually have several now. So I I have notebooks everywhere. Okay. I have one next to my bed if I wake up with a great idea, so I don't have to stub my toe on my way to the office to capture it. I have a notepad in my shower. It's $4.99. I'll put the link in this webinar for shower notes, so your good thoughts don't go down the drain. I have a journal in my backpack. I have one next to on each desk. I have three total desks all over the country, and they all have their own notebook right there. And then at the end of the year, I take all together and I put them in 2019, 2020, and so forth and so forth and so forth.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
There's something I was talking to I was at a CEO Warrior event back in 2018, and Jay Abraham was speaking, and he said that there is a connection that's bigger than typing, that's bigger than speaking. When you think something and write it down on paper, it becomes relationship to your heart. Okay, so we were talking about your heart earlier. So write down the issues that you have or that you need to strengthen that, and if you write them down and journal them on a regular basis, you will 100% achieve whatever targets you are trying to. Did I answer your question?
Yes, Dave. Thanks so much.
My pleasure, buddy. Okay, let's see. We got any more here? I can't squint. My wife will yell at me. So, Steve is muted. Okay, let's see. Go back. Question. Pull him up in front of the video. And that was the journals. Okay. Looks like we have no more questions. Okay. If you speak now or forever hold your peace, okay? I am going to give you 1 more minute to come up with questions, and that's it. My pleasure, Steve. Okay, we are into close. So let's go over the key points. Okay. First, we spoke about clarity. You have to define your best year. You have to know where you're going to get, you have to know where you want to go to be able to figure out how to get there. Okay. Second, we talked about mindset, belief, vision, targets, execution or executioner, and then passion. And I'm going to touch upon passion one more time. Okay. Passion is so important. Okay, that's so important. I have to tell you, look at the passion that Tom Brady had for football. Okay, I didn't have to endure for even remotely as long as him, but I'll tell you what, if I didn't have the passion for my current business, okay, I would have never been able to persevere through the challenges. Okay, and if you'd like to know what they are, I'm an open book. Okay. You message me privately and I'll go over them. And I'll tell you what, right now, you could never even imagine what I've been through in the past 20 months, okay? If you set your passion, if you set your target on something that you love, nothing will stop you from getting it, okay? Third, limiting beliefs destroyed. Absolutely dominated. Okay, they don't exist no more. Never again will you have those limiting beliefs. Okay, you have to believe that. Okay, tonight when you go home, I want you to look in your eyes and say, this year, I want you to go home and tell your family, this is going to be the greatest year of our life. Okay. Fourth, we went over the strength to endure. Guys, I talked about the machine. I talked about the obstacles that we had to get today's event up, okay? There's nothing easy about achieving success and a life of fulfillment. But from experience, it is 1,000% worth it. And I can't live with myself if I don't share these tools that I have with you, okay? That's really what it boils down to for me. For me, it's going back to that David Addario that was 27 years old with 4 kids, working 18 hours a day, and with zero quality of life. Okay? Does that mean my wife and I don't fight from now? No. Does that mean that my kids are perfect? No. Perfection is so overrated. Okay? Progress is what you want to stay focused on. Because even in my worst of days, I will put on an audiobook. Okay? Even in those days, okay? Let's be honest with each other. There are days that you don't want to get out of bed, okay? If I didn't get out of bed for 3 months, nobody would call, okay? You have to understand that we all go through the life's challenges, okay? The rule of thumb is 50 good days out of the year for the average entrepreneur or person chasing success. That's 315 days that are going to suck. Get over it, okay? You're going to get into a fight with your wife. Shit's going to break, okay? Life is going to come at you from every angle. How you respond is what's going to determine what next year is going to look like for you, okay? If you haven't already, go to my website, sign up for, it's www.bbfsdaily.com. Sign up for our tips and expert advice. We send those every day, okay? It's just going to keep you aligned with everything that we're talking about right now. That's all. It's this big. If you want to get into the website and the podcast and all that stuff that's on our website, and that you can find all on the internet, that's one thing, okay? But open the email up and get your alignment for that day, okay? I'll see you next week at the same, I'm going to see you next week on Wednesday. I'm going to put a poll on my Facebook page so people can vote on whether they want to have it at 1 o'clock or at 7 o'clock, okay? So next Wednesday, there will be a poll on my Facebook. I'll run it every day up until, what are we going to do? Let's do it until, until Tuesday, okay? And whichever percentage wins, I'll snapshot it. And so next week, it'll either be at 1 o'clock or at 7 o'clock because I want to be able to serve you guys at the highest level. And I want to be able to interact with you guys. So if you can't make 1 o'clock, that's fine, okay? Live a bigger, better, faster, stronger life. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is David Addario, and we're out. Okay, my little background. Oh, wait, I can't. See, that's where my speaker got jacked up. I can't put it on again. All right, that's it. So I can't even close you out with some of my music. I love you guys. I'm officially out.